my question to you is, how are you doing that? What is your process for considering what you're going to evaluate, how you're going to evaluate, what people you're going to get involved in the evaluation process? How is that all working for you?
My company is relatively new. I mean, we're not new, but we're kind of new in terms of setting up our own training department. And for us, it's about establishing a consistent intake process that includes what is the actual results that you're looking to achieve with this course, because most of our courses are coming from our internal clients making a training request. What is the behavior or metric that you're looking to improve? What is the baseline? What's your goal with it? And then what would be the ROI impact? And that helps us twofold. It helps establish what is the data, where is the data coming from, who is pulling it, or what system does it live in, what is the goal of this class, and it also helps us prioritize because we have limited resources. So is this a training project that is going to prioritize high and we need to get it done ASAP, prioritize low, or is it not even something that we want to take on? Because at the end of the day, the company has these larger objectives that we all need to work towards, and a lot of training requests come in that are nice to have, and those are the ones that are the hardest to measure.
Yes, and that sounds very familiar. How many of you have intake forms like that?
I just started. I told them, look, we need to have an intake form and we need to be asking our stakeholders and a manager, what does success look like? How will we know that this training program actually did anything? Now, I do a lot of compliance training, which is a really hard kind of thing. It's kind of hard to measure that people didn't do something. But when they do, like we've had 0 reports to the hotline. Maybe we need a speak up training and see, because really 1,000 people and 0 reports? Well, I don't know. It just doesn't sound right. Everybody's ethical. Nothing bad is happening. Compliance, I think, is difficult, but when we're doing real training, I want to know, were there 50% more applications? Were there 50% more complaints? How do we know that people are using this correctly? Do you want less calls to the IT help desk?
Yes. And so my question, Jessica, is who is making the decision as far as which projects get accepted, which do not?
We have a department that does project management for a lot of things, training included, and then we have performance consultants. So they manage the projects and they also liaise between training design, training delivery, any vendors or contractors we use, and our internal clients. And so that decision is made pretty collaboratively with a lot of discussion. The more data that we have, the easier it is to make those decisions, but it's done in partnership with the requesters. And so if you tell somebody this project prioritizes medium, you have to be able to demonstrate why. Having a form that says, who is the audience? How many people is this? What's the metric we're hoping to impact? And who are the champions, right? If Joe Schmo over in some, team is a champion versus, an executive level leader, sometimes that'll bubble something up even if we want to have that solid ROI on those metrics, but the prioritization is a combination of things, and it can be done by really anybody who's making the decisions in the training org. I know different organizations are set up different ways, but it's not going to be your designers. It's more likely to be like your performance consultants or project managers that do that.
Heather, the need for speed with business changes can often trump a good intake form or needs analysis, which is true. You got to do what you got to do. And that may impact how you go about deciding which training programs rise up to the top of the priority list, but it shouldn't impact how we're going to ultimately evaluate its success, right?